Hello my loves, today I'm making spinach and artichoke dip my way. First you need creamy Alfredo, you're going to need artichoke hearts, you're going to need cream cheese, you're going to need spinach, you're going to need mozzarella cheese, you're going to need Parmesan cheese, and you're going to need whatever spices you need. I usually use black pepper, garlic, and salt. As far as the brand, I feel like you use whatever you can use. If you want Philadelphia cream cheese, you could do that. If you want the Ragu Alfredo, you could do that. Obviously, the better the products, the better the taste. But today I'm working with whatever I have. And I usually prefer frozen spinach, but like I said, what we have is what we're going to work with. So first start off by chopping off your artichokes. Unless you don't mind having chunks in yours, that's okay too. But I like to chop it up. And then I put it in the pan. I bought fresh spinach for this recipe, but I didn't end up cooking it until way later in the game. So I ended up freezing it so it could last longer. And now I'm just chopping that up too. Then add it to the pan with no flame still. Now you can turn it on. I prefer fresh garlic, but I didn't have any. So I'm putting on the garlic powder. And I'm also putting some salt. Then I give it a mix, and then I'm gonna let it cook down a bit. Once the process starts of it cooking down is when you're gonna throw everything else in there. I start off with some cream cheese, and if you know me, you know I don't measure, so this is an eye recipe. You do it with your eyes. After the cream cheese gets cooked and incorporated well into the mix, I start to add the Alfredo sauce. The Alfredo allows this mix to get nice and creamy and gives it lots of flavor. Clearly, we won't be putting in any cheeses until the last minute because we don't want everything to get nasty right now. And it'll start burning up, you know that. At this moment, I like to put in the black pepper, about that much, and just keep mixing so everything could cook well. I freeze all my cheeses because I don't use cheese too often, so this is frozen mozzarella, frozen Parmesan. Now we mix it and let them all incorporate. This is pretty much the time to turn off the fire because we're gonna bake all of this in the oven, and once you put cheese in the pan, it will stick. Doing it in the pan and having everything mixed together just allows you to see how much of everything you have and if it's equal parts. As long as it's a pretty thick mixture, you're gonna be fine. This one is a little too creamy. I put a little bit too much Alfredo sauce for what the items I had, but it's okay. It'll be all right, no big deal. We need a little more seasoning. This is a great time to taste and fix it up. So I'm gonna put a little bit more garlic for me. This dip is ready for the oven as soon as it tastes exactly how you want it. Now we put it in the pan. I did not grease the pan at all. I probably should have, but it's all right. It's cheese, it's gonna grease up, it's fine. I'm just starting a health journey and I wanna use less of everything. So that's what happened here. But if you're good, you can grease the pan so it doesn't stick as much. And you can see on the side, I make my own homemade chips. I feel like it tastes so much better when you eat it this way versus having chips from the store. So after cheesing your top with mozzarella and Parmesan, you bake it at the oven at 400 degrees for as long as you want because I like to burn my stuff. Doesn't mean you like to burn your stuff. To me, this is a perfect crust. I love it nice and brown. If you've been here before, you know I gotta try my food each and every time before I recommend it. So here we go.
It's not Applebees, but it'll do. What do you think?
It's pretty good. Thick and creamy. Hey, yo!